What's up guys, this is Sunny back with another video, and today real quick I want to show you guys how to create macOS Catalina 10.15.3 using OpenCore Windows Guide. I'll show you guys how to create the macOS Catalina bootable USB drive, and after that I'll show you guys how to install. Now if you guys do like my video and you guys watching me for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, also like my video, because you guys will keep me motivated so I can make a lot more videos like this one. Also guys, if you guys want to check out my Patreon page and want to help me through Patreon, you can definitely check out. There'll be a link in the video description. Also you guys will find my PayPal donation link also. Now everything you guys can see here, you will find everything in the video description, all the link for everything, and please ignore everything I have on my desktop on the left side, so please don't mind. Now you do need a USB pen drive, 4 gig or 8 gig. Now if you have a USB pen drive 3.0, your process will be a lot faster compared to USB 2.0, but if you only have USB 2.0, it's okay, don't worry, you can follow this guide. Let's go. Now first thing we need to change, let's go to this PC and let's go to view option, change folder and search option, and go to view and show hidden files, folders and drives, and then uncheck hide extension for known files type. So uncheck that, apply, okay. And now we also need to download and install Python, because without installing Python, gib macOS not going to work, and I'll show you guys right now. So let's open gib macOS -master, and then you guys can see here gib macOS.bat. Right click on that, run as administrator, yes. And you guys can see here Python not found. So reason we are getting this error because we need to download and install Python, and also we need to add path. So you guys can see here Python 3 was not found on the system or in the path. So let's download and install Python real quick. So let's close gib macOS and the folder and open our browser, Python right here. And you guys can see the first link, python.org, and then we can just click on downloads here. Download Python 3.8.1, run. Now you guys can see the Python installer here, so we can open and we can close the browser right now. All right, so now this part is really important, okay? So you guys can see here add Python 3.8 to a path. You need to click on that and check. All right, and you can install now. All right, alright, so Python installed successful. So we can close this and let's format our USB drive. So let's go to this PC. I'm trying to keep everything as simple as possible so everyone can understand. Okay, so we can right click on our USB drive. Now make sure if you have anything important in your USB drive, make sure you back up before you format, because after you format you will lose everything you have in your USB drive. Alright, so we can right click, format, restore device defaults, start. Okay, all right, can close this. Now we can open gib macOS -master, and then we can right click on gib macOS.bat and run as administrator, yes. And now you guys can see gib macOS working perfectly fine because we install Python. All right, now we need to download the recovery part of macOS Catalina 10.15.3, not the full OS, just the recovery part, right? So we can type here R, enter, and from here we need to download the latest version of macOS Catalina. You guys can see number 5 here, and we also need the full install. So we need the full install version of macOS Catalina recovery, not the full OS. All right, so number 5 here, we can type here number 5, enter. All right, so we are done downloading. Okay, now you guys can see this address right here. You should copy this. So let's open Notepad. All right, so let's just select. All right, and right click, copy, and then right click and paste it here because we'll need this. All right, right here should be fine. All right, we can press enter and we can type Q for quit. All right, now we need to open make install.bat. So let's click on this, then right click and run as administrator. Yes. All right, now this part is very important. Okay, so you guys can see here I have one USB drive currently plugged in. So you guys can see one Kingston Data Traveler 3.0. All right, so I'll type here 1 for my USB drive, and then you guys can see here O equal use OpenCore instead of Clover. So for OpenCore bootloader we need to type here O, not 0, letter O. So we have here 1 for my USB drive and O for OpenCore bootloader. So let's press enter. Y for yes, enter. All right, now we need to copy this address and copy, and then click here and right click, enter. Alright guys, so this part will take at least 10 to 15 minutes. So basically what's going on right now, basically we are copying the recovery image to our USB drive. So like I said, this part will take 10 to 15 minutes, so don't close anything. Alright, so we are done with this. We can close everything. Don't save, close everything. Right. So right now we need to generate our DSDT and SSDT. So the computer you are going to install macOS, okay? You need to generate the DSDT and SSDT from that exact computer, exact hardware, all right? So right now I'm using the same computer for creating this bootable USB drive, and after that I will install in the same computer, okay, macOS Catalina 10.15.3. because if you do not generate SSDT and DSDT from the computer you are going to install macOS, then there is no meaning of basically generating DSDT or SSDT. Just remember, I hope I didn't make you guys confused. Sorry if I did. All right, so let's open SSDT time dash master, and we can click on SSDT time here. All right, now we can enter number 4 and dump DSDT. So number 4, enter. All right, enter again, and let's patch type number 2, so fake EC, enter. All right, so we are done with SSDT and DSDT. So if we go and open this SSDT time folder again, you will find here result, and here you have your DSDT and SSDTs. All right, so now we can go to this PC and open our USB drive, and our USB drive should look like something like this. Name should be boot. Open, go to EFI and then OC folder, and then open ACPI folder. Now here, all right, let me just make everything a little smaller. All right, so now we can just either copy or paste it here, or just drag and drop DSDT and SSDT. All right, so now we are done with ACPI. Okay, we can close this. All right, and now we can go to drivers. You can delete all, doesn't matter because we have new drivers. All right, and open the drivers folder and just select all and then drag and drop. All right, we can close the driver and then go to kex, and we can open our kex folder. You guys will find everything in the video description, link for everything, all this, so don't worry. All right, now we can drag and drop our kex to our USB drive kex folder. All right, we can close the kex folder. All right, you can go to tools, you can delete these, don't worry. All right, now we need to create our config playlist. Okay, so let's go to OpenCore folder here. So the version I have 0.5.5. all right, so let's open this, go to this docs folder, and then you guys can see here simple.playlist. You can just drag and drop this to our USB drive EFI folders OC folder. Okay, inside the OC folder. All right, and now we need to rename config. All right, so config.playlist. all right, we can close this and leave our USB drive OC folder open. You don't need to, but just leave it open. All right, now we need to open Puppetry. So let's open Puppetry. Click on Puppetry.master, and then you can open Puppetry.bat. All right, now we need to go to File, Open, and we need to go to our USB drive EFI folder, OC folder, and then open our config playlist. So open config playlist. Okay, and now we need to go to again File, and we need to click on OC snapshot. So OC snapshot, and it will take you to your USB drive EFI folders OC folder again. Just click on the OC on the top and then select folder. All right, we are done with the OC snapshot. Okay, we're still not done. So let's minimize all this. All right. Okay, you can delete all this warning under the root. So let's just remove, and remove. All right, now looks nice, right? All right, now we need to go under platform info. Okay, here you guys can see we have under system product name Mac Pro 5,1. Now if you do not change this, then you cannot boot from your USB drive and install. So make sure you change this and delete and type here iMac Pro 1,1. Press enter. All right, we're done with the platform info. Can minimize that. Now if we go under NVRM, here we need to change the language. So under NVRM you guys can see PREV-LANG. Now change that from data to string, and here you can type okay, EN-US and 0. Enter. So now the default language for the installation and setup part, you will have English. Now if you didn't change this, then you will definitely end up with like Russian or something. All right, so now we also need to add our boot args. All right, so I have these here. You can open the boot args text document here. You will find everything in the video description, so don't worry. If you want the verbose mode, you can leave -v here, but I don't care about this, so I can just delete it and just add let me see. So debug equal 0x100. All right. ALCID, that's for the audio. So we got ALCID equal 1, right? And then NPCI equal 0x2000. And then so for Navi-based graphics card like RX 5700 or RX 5700 XT graphics card, you need this last boot args. So AGDP MOD PIKERA. All right, so we are done with our boot args, boot flags, whatever you guys want to call, right? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boot args. All right, so looks good. All right, everything looks good. Okay, so we can minimize NVRM, and now we can open MISC. Okay, now here we need to go down under security. Okay, now you guys can see here require signature. Okay, change this from true to false. Require vault, we can change this from true to false. Scan policy, can change this to 0. All right, so we are done with this. Okay, so we are done with MIC. All right, now under kernel we need to all right, so okay, let me close this. Okay, so we need to delete the patch section under kernel. So under kernel, okay, so you guys can see the patch right here. We need to delete. We are going to open proper tree side to side right now, so leave it here. Now let's open proper tree again. Open the property .bat. All right, okay, file, and then open. And now we'll go to desktop and open our AMD vanilla OpenCore folder. That's the same folder here on the desktop. Okay, so we are opening this, opening the AMD vanilla OpenCore folder, and go to our 17H folder and then click on this patch.plist. All right, now let's delete the patch section from our USB drive, the config playlist we are working on. So let's click on that and then remove patch. All right, now we can go to the top again, and now we can right click on the patch here, so copy, and then right top on the kernel, just click on that, right click and paste it here. All right, so that's our kernel patch. All right, okay, so now we are actually done. So you can close this, okay, and make sure save this playlist. Okay, so file, save. Okay, so we can close actually everything and we are done. All right, so let me give you guys a quick rundown what we did. So if we open the ACPI, we have our DSDT and SSDT. So basically we generated the DSDT and SSDT with the SSDT time here, and basically we copy and paste the result in our ACPI folder. And drivers, we basically copy everything from our driver folder here, and then kex, we copy from our kex folder here, okay, and then tools, we just deleted whatever we had in the tools, and the config playlist we had to basically edit. We had to take the OC snapshot using the popper tree, and after that we had to basically edit some of the stuff, and we had to copy the patch from this AMD vanilla OpenCore, and basically, you know, we copy the patch under kernel. That's about it. So now we are done. You can take this USB drive and you can plug into your AMD Ryzen build, and you can basically install macOS Catalina 10.15.3 without any issue. So I'll show you guys real quick how to do that. All right, so I'm pressing delete right now because we'll just jump into BIOS real quick and just reset the BIOS to default setting. So delete. All right, so basically we'll just go to exit here and then load UEFI default. So you are basically resetting the BIOS. Yes. And then save change and exit. All right, so I'm pressing F11 right now. For the boot menu, I'm pressing F11. All right. So you guys can see here, I have the USB drive right on the top, and then I have UEFI. All right, so we need to boot from UEFI. All right, press enter. All right, and then you guys can see macOS base system, can press enter, or it will just automatically boot from. Now you might see black screen here for a minute or 2 or 3. It doesn't really matter. Okay, it could take longer, just don't worry. Meantime, you can see the build right here. So I have my X570 motherboard, Ryzen 5 3600 CPU, and an RX 5700 graphics card. All right, so now we can click on disk utility, and if you don't see your drive name here, it's okay. You can click on the top drop down here, see, tap on view and show all devices. All right, and now I'll install the macOS Catalina on my M.2 drive. So I can click on this PCI SSD and then erase. Just name this drive Mac and format APFS if you're using a M.2 drive, and then skim GUID partition. So good, and now erase. Done. We can close disk utility, and now we can click on reinstall macOS, continue, continue, agree, agree, and then pick the drive, install. So this part will take around 16 minutes, you guys can see here. So I'll be back. All right, so I think we are done with the first part of the installation. So system just rebooted by itself. So let's see. All right. All right, so automatically, so now the system is finishing the installation, the part 2 installation by itself. I didn't have to do anything. All right, let's see. So if you guys see the black screen, it's okay for 2-3 minutes or up to 5 minutes. Okay, just leave it, don't worry. Okay, see the Apple logo. So basically, after the first part of the installation, system rebooted by itself, and then basically boot from the USB, and now finishing the second part of the installation. So you guys can see it will take like 11 more minutes. Now you guys can see 10 minutes. All right, so right now 10 minutes are remaining. So I'll be back after this part of the installation. All right, so less than a minute remaining. Seems like almost done. All right, system just rebooted by itself again, and second part of the installation is done. So let's see if I have to do anything. Rebooting right now. Alright, so basically it's booting from my main drive. So right now it's booting from my SSD. It's okay if you see the black screen, you know, even up to 5 minutes, so don't worry. All right. Yes. So you guys can see the welcome screen. All right, guys. Okay, so if you go to about this Mac, you guys can see here. All right, so we're running macOS Catalina version 10.15.3. We have the graphics card Radeon RX 5700 XT. The card is actually the RX 5700, but I did flush the XT BIOS. All right, you guys can see 8 gigs of RAM, 2133. All right, and the serial number is kind of weird because you still need to generate the serial number, but you guys can watch my previous video for that. Now we need to open browser, Safari, and download Clover configurator. So Clover configurator here. The first link. It's okay. Click on download. Allow. All right, so we are downloading Clover configurator. Okay, so we can close the browser. We have Clover configurator here. We can just drag and place it on our desktop. Open Clover configurator. Okay, we need to go to setting, under security and privacy, then open anyway. Open Clover. Okay, and now we need to mount our mount partition. So we need to mount our hard drive partition. Okay, so mount, type the password. All right, open partition. All right, you guys can see there's nothing in our EFI partition. Now we need to open our USB drive, open side to side, and then just drag and drop the EFI folder to our hard drive EFI partition. Simple as that. We can close our USB drive, and also we can close our hard drive EFI partition, unmount, close. All right, so quit Clover, no more USB drive. So now let's restart our computer. Now we need to jump into our motherboard BIOS, and set our M.2 drive as default boot drive. So all right, so I'm pressing delete right now. All right, delete. I'm pressing. Okay, so we're in the device right now. So I need to go to, let me see, boot, and just make sure the boot option number 1 is UEFI OS. Okay, all right. So just go to exit, save change, exit. Okay, that's it. All right, so booting from our M.2 drive right now. Automatically, I didn't have to do anything. And if you see black screen, it's okay. All right, now we can type our password here. Yes guys, so we are done with the installation. You guys can see using OpenCore Windows Guide. And if we go to about this Mac, you guys can see here we're running macOS Catalina version 10.15.3. all right, graphics working. Yep. Right guys, let me know what you guys think. Leave your question in the comment section, and if you do like this video, this type of guide, please don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and see you guys next one. Peace.